Good afternoon, everybody. Astrology Witch here. I hope everyone's having a great afternoon. Hope everyone had a wonderful Halloween. And to all of you out there that celebrate, happy Dia de los Muertos. I hope everyone's having a good day. So I wanted to get on here really quick because I don't see myself having any other time during the week and to do this. But you guys are actually getting my forecast before even my website gets it because I haven't typed it up yet. So this is going to be a forecast for November 4th through the 10th, starting Monday. But what I wanted to bring to everyone's attention is there's not a whole lot of action going on this week, except for this one major thing. And that is the last 3 weeks, we have ended our weekend on a major days of caution phase, as I call it. And 2 weeks ago, we were in the Moonic phase. This past weekend, we went into the week, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, in a Platonic phase. And now we are moving into a Uranic phase starting tomorrow. So there are days of caution right off the bat for the week. And those days of caution are going to be November 3rd, 4th, 5th, and I'm going to throw in 6th as well. Please, and so I do things a little bit differently, but my clients will tell you I am deadly accurate. And now anytime we're dealing with an Uranic phase, we are dealing with shocking. The planet Uranus is the planet of explosions. It's the release of energy. It's shocking news. It's UFOs. It's bizarre. It's the unbelievable. It has to do with NASA. It has to do with ETs. It has to do with, you will notice in these phases, SpaceX and NASA usually launch things. So it has a lot to do with space. But you will also see the news and the headlines in the days to come where weather gets crazy. And let's not forget, we are in a Mercury retrograde. We've been in one since the 20th of October. Modern astrology states that it happened on October 31st, but 10 days prior is like the foreshadows, as we call it. We are in that. So Uranic phase on top of a Mercury retrograde will bring all kinds of devastation to the planet. It also rules the fault lines, Mother Earth, release of energy. So earthquakes, volcanoes, crazy weather, electricity, lightning, tornadoes, things like that will all make headlines in the next few days. That's just the way it is. It's the energies that are happening. Best thing I can say, luckily we're in a waxing moon, so it might not be as intense as it could be if we were in a waning moon. But never forget, when Mercury goes retrograde, I hear people go, oh, retrograde, smetrograde, blah, 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 blah. Well, one thing about Mercury retrograde is that when this planet starts moving backwards, communication gets misunderstood. More misunderstandings happen when Mercury's retrograde than usually any other phase or aspect in astrology. So when Mercury's retrograde, speak clearly, speak distinctly, let your yes mean yes and your no, no, and make sure they understand what you're saying, because it's easy to get the words confused. It's easy to have your words miscued and twisted. So with that being said, and choose your words wisely. So we have a tendency to not be as tactful, or things come out in a way that we didn't want them to come out. It's not how you meant it, and things like that. So just be aware of these energies and you should be fine. Another thing with the Uranic phase coming is, I believe there's an election coming up on the 5th. It's what do they call it? Super Tuesday or something like that. And with Mercury retrograde, there might be some extra confusion happening during election day because of this. A friend of mine who's a modern astrologer was telling me that I guess Mars and Pluto are squaring, and that'll make energy even more volatile in some ways and intense. So you'll see headlines in the news about election day and things happening with that too. And in the weeks to come, I will start doing forecasts on all the politicians that are running. I'm slowly waiting for them to dwindle out and dwindle down. And but I will start doing that in the weeks to come. And that really is about it for this week. In the cosmos, celestially speaking, there's no planet changes or anything like that. But I think we're going to have our hands full for this week with going into this week with a Uranic phase and also Mercury retrograde. Equipment doesn't work, and I'll be honest, it took me, and I keep seeing that my frame keeps dropping, which has never really happened before. Mercury retrograde, you're going to have problems with broadcasting and electronics and things like that. I will post some do's and don'ts on my website, astrologywitch.com, this evening for you on the do's and don'ts of Mercury retrograde. One thing I can say is do not buy any kind of electronics in this phase. Don't buy automobiles in this phase. They are not blessed under these stars. You will regret it in the end. I don't care how good of a deal it may be. I know a lot of stores are starting their Christmas sales now, and there's been some incredible sales I've seen, and I've resisted. Even in a waxing moon with Mercury's retrograde, you are going to be disappointed if you buy a laptop or a cell phone or anything that has to do with electronics. It may seem like a good deal now, but 4 or 5 months down the road, it's not going to work, and you're going to, even though it was a good deal, you're going to drop money that you could have saved and buying better stars. So just be aware of that, everybody. Now, I am running, before I leave, I am running a souls reading special backed by popular demand. A lot of you messaged me after the special was over requesting you wanted the deal, and I get it. Who doesn't want a deal? And I wasn't running a special anymore. So I am running that special. I extended it. It's from October 31st through November 3rd, which is tomorrow, up until midnight tomorrow night. And $50, half off. Usually I'm $100, full life reading, all in an e-file. I noticed some of you have had some trouble overseas with purchasing and whatnot. And I've only noticed it with people that live in England and in Italy right now. There's some issues going on with the shipping, but I've created something on my website so when you go in to purchase, because I do run the Magical Emporium, which is my small little store, obviously I'd have to charge shipping for that because I'm mailing it to you. There's a drop down button, and you either hit free shipping for the readings or the other one, which is a bulk for the products and items you purchase. There have been some issues. So if you are having issues with that, just private message me like a client of mine did in Italy and in England. And I just created an invoice for you. And I do have to charge tax. Someone was upset with me about that. And I'm like, well, I went and saw my tax guy the other day, and he's got on my case. This is, about not charging tax, and basically told me when the end of the year, when you're doing your taxes, it's going to bite you in the ass. So there's nothing in life is guaranteed except death and taxes. So it's only $2.51. So come on, it's a 5% tax. It's not like it's 8% like we pay here in California. I should know about taxes. I live in one of the most tax states that there is. Anyway, that is about it for the forecast for this week. I want everyone out there to be safe. Check out my special. Like I said, it runs through midnight tomorrow night. A full life reading. Everything is sent in an e-file, and I always throw in an angel reading along with that. So for all of you out there, your soul's reading also gets, I pull an angel card as well. So whatever questions, if you purchase, if there's a specific question you want from the angels, let me know what the question is and I'll pull the card and we'll give you the answers. I'll videotape it and email it to you. So check out that special because I don't think I'm going to be running another special like that until Thanksgiving weekend. And I will also be introducing the Astrology Witch boxes for purchase coming for the holidays. So a lot of nice things are going to be added to my store in the very near future. So look for that. And until then, check out my website, astrologywitch.com. You can always message me at astrologywitch22@gmail.com. And you can also find me on Facebook, The Astrology Witch. I'm also on Instagram as Astrostrega. And I believe I'm on Twitter as well. So you can find me on all those social media sites. And I do run a store in Etsy called The Astrology Witch. So check that out as well. All of you out there have a very wonderful rest of your weekend. Be safe, and I will see you all later. Ciao.